Alrighty, welcome back. Today we're playing another game of League of Legends. I'm the Strategy Professor, and I'm trying out Zyra again. I know I've said that it's rough in solo queue, but at the same time, Zyra is rough in solo queue. But I know at the same time that people really love watching her. They love my games with Zyra. She has some of the most views of anybody, and I know I've played a lot of Janna lately, so I'm trying to play diverse champions. I promise I am. I just keep losing when I don't play Janna, Alistar, or Tom Gench most of the time in the current meta. But I was third pick. They had already picked their mid lane. It was Azir. He's not as mobile or assassiny as a bunch of other assassinies, a word now, I guess. As much as other champions are, so I'm trying him out. Trying to play this into him, rather. Okay, and this is part of an ongoing series if you're joining me for the first time, where I try to get to Diamond by only playing support every game, most of the time without a duo queue. I do duo occasionally with some friends, but most of the time it's just solo with random people. And I have been playing, as I said, a lot of Janna, a lot of Alistar, and a lot of Tom Kench because they're just the safest picks to play if you're one of the first two champions, because people just aren't picking tanks a lot in the jungle or in the top, as you can see here. Jungle and top, not tanks. But I'm not really sure if tanks are even needed, honestly, in this meta. Like, they're really nice. The thing about it is, I'm gonna go ahead and start standing up here to put plants near his thing. I don't know why everyone's positioning these bushes, but the thing about tanks in solo queue is people will pick bad engagements a lot, and you need someone to be able to go in there and bail you out. Or you need to be able to start fights because people aren't coordinated enough to start fights in solo queue. That's why in professional games, you can see some comps where they don't have tanks because they have really coordinated engages and excellent rotations, and they don't get caught out a lot, so they can get away with not running tanks. Someone just stepped on that, I think. Or it just died of its own accord, I'm not really sure. That's why a lot of times you have to pick a tank or Janna, because Janna can peel people and get people out of bad situations even though she's not a tank. But I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try a different item build out. I need move speed. That's the #1 thing on Zyra. She can get caught out so easily. She's so slow. So I might try like a piece of Ludens or something. And I might go for silver shoes instead of Sork boots. They usually have enough damage. They don't have a lot of tanks on their team. Now where's their support? I don't know. Pressure up a little bit, see if I can get a plant up there on him. There we go. Now I've got a plant. I just want to keep zoning him out of this stuff. He's gonna probably. I can't really stop him from getting that. Okay, here's Zillion. Ezreal honestly didn't miss that much. It's not a huge deal. Ezreal's pretty good at last hitting under tower too, because he can Q a lot. I need to watch this Kha'Zix, he's invading. Oh well, he missed that one. Not good. I don't really want to waste a plant under the tower because it's going to die in like one hit, so I just want him to step out a little bit. Zyra's not super awesome under tower. I need to... Okay, so I got him to miss that CS. You always want to try to get them whenever they want to get CS. That makes it easier to hit, and then they have to choose. Either they sit in plants to get the CS, or they miss the CS. See, he just missed another one there. So even though I'm not, causing a ton of damage to him, I have forced him to miss 2 CS, which adds up over time. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it definitely does add up. Yeah, I was too late on that one. He got the CS anyways. I might try like going for Rylai's and like Ludens instead of the mask. The thing is, the mask doesn't build into a great item. That's a really old school build from like 3 years ago, and I probably just need to get with the times. Yeah, I'm dead. God bless. That's another problem with Zyra, is she gets ganked really easily. Yeah, that was awful. Awful. I mean, I shouldn't be up that far. I just shouldn't do it. If I don't have a ward in that bush, Zyra, you just can't do it against Zillion, because if he puts that slow on me, there's no way I'm getting away. And I'm just so squishy. That was a good play by them. I can't be up that far. With Janna, I could be, because I could get out of it, but with Zyra, I can't. So it limits how much I can do early on, which is annoying. So we need it pushing into us, but those plants naturally push, you know, push it away. How much did Lucian get both of those? Or Ezreal? Ezreal only got one of them. Now they know my flash is down also, so I need to be careful. Now if Kha'Zix comes for counter gank, then we're in business. So this seems like a pretty smart jungler. There we go, get him, baby. Oh, that heal, though. Alright, got old damage on him. Since I hit level 6, I should be able to vaporize him. Zillion's like lagging or talking or something, I don't know. Yeah, there you go. I was just about to say I wish Lucian would pressure him a little bit more. Just very scared right now. Regank. But he might be scared that Kha'Zix is going to be there now. He's going to run all the way back, I think. Yeah, we need a zone, which is what Lucian's trying to do. I mean, Lucian's playing this well. Such a busy world. Ezreal was just able to basically free farm. So far away. Gosh, people are just gonna camp this. I mean, it's a pretty easy gank, honestly, so you gotta expect it. What's going on? I'm so scared. Like, why is he speeding him up? I don't have anything else. Yeah, we just need to push up really hard to bait them into coming down here. I don't know if he's going to go for it or not. I really want to pressure in and kill him, but I just can't. I need a sight stone is what I need. But it's really hard to zero out Zillion. Okay, everyone's in the middle. Okay, we might be able to kill him now. If I can just get a hit on Ezreal. Okay, good. Yeah, if he doesn't leave, I might be able to kill him. Dude's missing though, we gotta back up. Oh no, he's top, never mind. Okay, so we definitely do want to punish him then. I didn't notice that Azir went top. The Nunu and Azir... Nunu's dead or something, right? Yeah, and Azir went top, so we should be able to get one more round in here. I might be able to get this tower, actually. God bless. Okay, of course Pantheon comes bottom also. Forgot about Pantheon, he died a little bit ago. There's just so much camping bottom. You have to expect it almost as Zyra. I need this, like, immediately.
Such a busy world.
I'm also going to keep the smaller wards. God, we should have backed up. We almost had it. You know, I had looked and I was like, okay, Azir's dead, Nunu's dead, we can do this. And then, of course, Pantheon. So not my finest game. I mean, we're doing fine in lane. I think Nunu might be doing it. Yeah. I can't get killed by like an easy ult or something. I don't know where easy is. Yeah, I like these speed boots. It feels so much more fluid with Zyra. Like I can actually run around and do things. And so I'm gonna go for the speed item also. Just need for speed Zyra. I just need a lot of speed to get out of weird situations. Then we'll go for this also. I just want more wards. A couple of pinks, and we'll get one fairy charm. So I'm just gonna try out, you know, this 2016 build instead of a 2012 build. Or 2013 was the year that I really played her a lot, I think. Because I mean, she does plenty of damage. Everyone knows that. So I think I'm just getting too much damage on her usually, and penetration is really good historically on Zyra. But movement speed, so helpful. Dang it, that was a wasted ult for sure. Oh, I need to get this tower. I mean, that's really Zyra's only weakness, is her move speed a lot of times. I mean, that's her biggest weakness. I mean, the fact that her skill shots are also, you know, like trying to thread a needle doesn't help. But, you know, if I can just rush this move speed. Yeah, so going with this build, I guess I just go for Ludens here. I need a little bit more. I guess I just go ahead and sell this. I mean, I know I just bought it, but I just also got some kills. Go for Ludens. I think this might be more damage than getting the mask anyways. The mask just isn't worth... I mean, the thing is the big mask... the little mask is good. But the big mask... you know, it's good for poke, like damage over time. But it's just not really like appropriate for burst damage, and that's sort of what's going on here these days. I thought he'd back up out of that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and push this in. Yeah, this speed is awesome. As you can see, I'm already getting places a lot faster. It just feels so much better, Zyra. I don't feel like I weigh 1,000,000 pounds anymore. I mean, her like stride with this makes her look a little bit slower than she actually moves. I mean, 440 is a pretty good move speed. It's not like Janna move speed, but it's still pretty good. And as you can see, I still do plenty of damage. I almost zero people out, even if I have the silver shoes and I don't have that extra pin. Silver shoes are also less expensive.
Take careful steps.
Thought I saw Nunu somewhere. Maybe that's false. I can scout with my plants, though.
Venture off the beaten path.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it was a mistake. I just saw them sweep that, too. I saw a red thing, so that was dumb. Okay, good. Yeah, they're up, they're up.
Wait until my seeds take root.
Gotta watch out for that pan ult. He might ult me. Alright, so now I want some more survivability. I also just kind of want to blow people up, though. Look at that, and then we'll build that into Rylai's. Now, this is not sealed, as we know if you've watched any of my other Zyra games on this channel. It's Zyra. It seems like she would do very well. Oh god, what? Okay, yeah, he's like ulting in there because I thought they were doing it too. Oh gosh. Nice.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get the middle too, but we can't get down there fast enough, I don't think. Maybe we can. I don't know. I need to pop a couple of new news down there bottom playing around with Lucian, so we can probably get it. Maybe. Yeah, they should have that, I think. Oh gosh. Oops. Dang it, I could have killed him if I ignited him also. I thought Lucian was there. That was my bad. I thought the tower was down and Lucian was there. I just totally zoned out. It's really early in the morning. I was just posting up some Zyra games, and I was just like, you know, I need to, or some Janna games. I was like, I really need to play something else. Even if I'm winning a lot as Janna. You know, just for viewership. Just to give you guys and gals something a little different. And I know people love Zyra, so hopefully this ends well and I can post it. I mean, I don't always have to post wins, but I don't want to post too many losses. I've explained why I post losses also in the past. If you're ever curious, like, well, why, you know, why do some YouTubers only post wins? Why does the Strategy Professor post losses? Well, the reason is losses are bad for getting new viewership, but they're good for subscribers. Because if a new viewer sees you lose a game, they may not ever watch you again. They might just think this guy's terrible. So I'm just not going to watch his stuff. He's a noob. You know, that kind of rhetoric. But at the same time, if subscribers know that you're always going to win the game, then they might get bored with that. They might just say, you know, I already know he's going to win, so why am I going to watch this? You know, they'll probably still watch it if you have good content, but I think it just adds a little bit of extra to the subscriber experience if you post losses. So it just gives a little bit extra to subscribers because it gives that extra bit of drama. So they're constantly, you know, don't have a sense of safety. They don't always know that you're going to win. And it just feels more authentic, like truer to the actual experience. Also, just learning how to deal with losses, learning how to learn from losses, learning how to, you know, psychologically try to deal with losses is really important because that's what everyday people have to deal with, you know? Not everybody wins every game. So I think it creates sort of a false, inauthentic environment, I'll say, if you only post wins. But at the same time, you know, I try to balance it. I don't post too many losses. Because, for those reasons, I don't want to, you know, alienate new viewers. I guess it wouldn't really be alienating, but, you know, I don't want to turn them off. I can't be the first one to get hit by stuff. As Zyra, that's rule number 1. You have to be in the back. just let other people engage, even if that means they engage on your ADC. Don't have any plants. I need to start maxing out W. Are they up yet? They're almost up. Oh gosh, for real? I mean, these things might kill it anyways. But I'd rather not die. What else do I need? I've got... Oh, okay, they did kill it. Okay, excellent. I finally got a Zyra game. I hope you guys and gals enjoy this. A good Zyra game. Man, I'm excited. It's not like I want to post Janna and Tahm Kench every game. I do love playing them, but I try to make the best experience possible for you as well. So, you know, that means that, you know, I try to play these other champs. I really do. You just don't see it a lot of time on channel because I lose. Like, because you can't pick Zyra as a first pick because there's so many counter picks they can pick. I mean, if they pick a Blanc, a Kali, Kha'Zix, I mean, any kind of assassin, anything that's highly mobile, it's going to be really good against Zyra. However, I do think that this new build that I'm trying out, where you just rush movement speed, you rush Silver Shoes and the movement speed part of Ludens, I think I might be onto something there for solo queue because, you know, Zyra's always good in the laning phase, unless you get ganked, like we did. So you really have to watch out for ganks. You definitely want your Sightstone pretty early. But she doesn't really need more penetration damage, I guess. So I'm going away from the penetration build, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't have to go max penetration for max damage in the mid game. You already deal a ton of damage just naturally. So I think going for the movement speed is ideal. Now, yes, of course, you still want to go damage items with Zyra. That's one of her greatest strengths, is that she can deal damage from the support role. It's one of the highest scaling damage supports out there. She's really one of the only viable, like, pure damage supports you can run right now. But I think the movement speed is key because she's so squishy and she's so easy to get caught out. Like, her health scaling is absurd. It's so low. Like, you saw when I was level like 9 or 10, I had like 1100 health or something. It was just ridiculous. So she can just, people can blow on her in the mid game and she dies. So you have to be very, very careful with her. And I think the movement speed helps a ton. So as you can see, you can win games without tanks. You don't necessarily have to have tanks. You just have to have good positioning. If you have really high damage, that'll overcome tanks. So, you know, Nunu's a tank, but that's not going to save him from what we're bringing to the table. Also, because people are picking AD junglers and AD tops in a lot of games, then Zyra's a good mix there. So I still think she's really dangerous to pick in the first 2 picks. Maybe if they've already picked their mid laner, you can pick her as a 3rd pick like I did. Oh, I didn't talk about the pick order at the very beginning. So the way they picked a Zyra. Then I think we picked Kha'Zix and Lucian. And then they picked, I think it was Pantheon Nunu? Something like that. And then I picked Zyra. So I knew they only had 2 picks left. And I knew they'd already picked their mid. So I knew that wouldn't be an assassin. I mean, I guess maybe you could consider Zyra an assassin. I don't really. He doesn't have the kind of gap closer and the speed that I'm really worried about the flanking capability. At least not the way most people play him. As something like a, a LeBlanc or a Kha'Zix or something like that. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I was finally able to get a good Zyra game in there. I'm very excited about that. And I know that a lot of people on the channel really like Zyra. She gets some of the most views of anything. I mean, she's really fun to play. Lots of action. People like to see huge damage from the support role. So I love Zyra. I just haven't been able to get good games with her. But I think with this build, I'm going to try her out a lot more and just try to play better. The skill cap is so high with her. It's just like through the roof. I mean, all of her skills aren't mechanically difficult to land. Like, yes, putting plants, getting the 2 plants when you want to cast your E takes some practice to get off if you haven't tried it before. But it's not that. Like, I can usually land this, get the plants on the E, but hitting the E is really hard in a lot of situations because the skill shot is so narrow. It's like one of the narrowest skill shots in the game. It's like ultra narrow. But the real skill cap with her is not dying because she's so squishy and has almost no escapes. So you really, really have to have good positioning. It punishes you ultra hard if you don't have good positioning. Like, I died 3 times and I'm really not happy with that. I don't like dying because everything kills you. Like, you can't be there. If people are just casting AoE things, it'll just incidentally kill you. They don't even have to focus you out. So if you just get caught, and like if you get CC'd and just caught up in like massive AoE, then you're just gonna die. So for example, if I get hit by a Zyra wall, or Pantheon just happens to drop on me when he's dropping on someone else, or Nunu's trying to ult someone else and he ults me, or Ezreal just randomly casts his ult and hits me with it. All that stuff's extremely dangerous. So her skill cap is super high. I think her win percentage, let me see here, even on pro builds, do I still have it up? I don't have it up. Her win percentage is ultra high. So I hope anyways, but I think with this move speed build, it'll work out. So thank you very much. Check out the rest of the videos on the channel if you're interested. We have a lot of great content, lots of Tahm Kench, lots of Janna, but I'm going to try to play more Zyra. I think it might be viable, especially if tanks start coming back into the meta, which I'm not sure if they will or not, but I think it might be viable in solo queue if you just rush the speed items. So we'll see. But thank you very much. That's going to be it. If you enjoy League of Legends, you might also like my Total War Warhammer content, at least the multiplayer battles. I have a ton of those going up. I explain what's going on pretty well with those, so I think they're pretty fun to watch. They're really quick. They're like 10 or 15 minutes. And there's a lot of variety there, both in the units you can choose, how you play it, different strategies. So, and it's constantly evolving the metagame. So it's a lot of fun. So check that out. And we also have legendary campaigns going for every campaign except for Chaos in that. So if you want to see a longer, you've heard about the game, you kind of like strategy gaming, you want to check it out, it's a lot of fun. And I explain what's going on there with kind of a deep analysis, the same thing that I do with League of Legends. So it's pretty cool. And I don't abuse the auto-resolve system, which means that we get a lot of really good fights on a very consistent basis. Some episodes we get 2 great fights. So it's a lot of fun if you want to go check those out as well. So thank you very much. It's always a pleasure broadcasting for you. I had a wonderful time getting to break out Zyra here again. I hope you had a great time watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful evening.